Now, how do you make 10,000 daily on boat? What you just have to do is you can make higher than 10,000. I'm just setting the limit to at least 10,000 naira. That's for you to be able to make the 100,000 naira benchmark weekly. Hello, welcome to episode 6, Daily MC Dami. This is a daily documentation of my life whereby I'm sharing valuable content. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make between 100,000 to 120,000 weekly driving on boat. Stay tuned. All right, let me show you my profile now. Today is Monday. This is my first trip. I've just made 5,100 naira. You can see it here, just the first trip, and it was from Ajah. The person was going to VI, although it was on a 1.3 surge. You can see that there's surge now on the island everywhere from Ajah to I am in Lagos Island now, waiting for a trip back to Ajah. You see that I set to Awoyaya Health Center. That is after Songotedo. So I know that at least I will get Ajah or Songotedo, which pays me, so that I'll get another trip again back to VI, Lekki or Lagos Island. Let me show you my earnings for last week. Last week, you see, I made 91,200 naira, and that is because I didn't even work on Tuesday. You know, like I said earlier on, I don't really work every day, so I'm not like most people who take boats as their full-time also. So but on Tuesday I didn't work. I made 91,200. I would have easily made the 100,000 list benchmark I told you of. So for those of you who are really serious about making money on boats, you see that it's very, very possible with my strategy I told you. This is the previous week. I made 73,900. I didn't work on Wednesday and Thursday. Saturday, even Monday, they were low work period. Then the previous week also, you see that on Wednesday I didn't work. I made 82,800. So this is the week where I even worked, and I made 119,300. That's 9th of May to 15th of May. So you see, even on Saturday, and the reason why my Saturdays are like this is because of my weddings that I do go to work. You know, I host weddings, so on Saturdays they are always low. I don't really work, except maybe I get a trip going around the venue where I'm going to, or coming back from the venue back to the island, or if the wedding is within the island. So you see, I made 119,300 naira. You see, the previous week to 87,800. So you see, these are proven strategies of how to make at least 100,000 to 120,000 naira weekly driving on boats in Lagos. All right, so how can you make 100,000 driving on boat every week in Lagos? Is it even possible? Or to 120,000 naira weekly in Lagos? Well, I'd like to let you know that it is very, very possible. Even the 100,000 is like the least for you, that you're not even taking it like full time to work. It's just strategy. So how do you make it 100,000 in a week? This is how you can do it, whereby you have to have a target every day. There have to be a target for each day. So if we are looking at making 100,000 a week, you have to be looking at 10,000 from Monday to Friday. That's 50,000 already. Then Saturday and Sunday you share the 50,000, whereby 30k goes for Sunday, 20k goes for Saturday. Now this strategy I'm sharing with you is strategy of you going to work on the island, because that is where I work basically from. I work from Ajah to VI and Lagos Island. So that is where this strategy can work with you, or can work for you. Now, how do you make 10,000 daily what you just have to do is, you can make higher than 10,000. I'm just setting the limit to at least 10,000 naira. That's for you to be able to make the 100,000 naira benchmark weekly. Now what you have to do is, you have to be driving from Ajah, which is where I start work from. So whether you like it or not, going from Ajah to VI now is within the range of 3,000 to 4,000 naira, and if the traffic is high, it will go as high as 4,500 to 5,000 naira just one trip. So you see now, just one trip, at least going to VI is 3,000 naira, going to Lekki is 2,500 to 3,000 naira. So all you can do is to make sure you get VI trip, or you get Lekki trip, or you get Ikoyi trip. Once you get that first trip, and it has to be early in the morning, between 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock, you would get a trip going to either of these places. So once you get the trip, you have to, once you now drop the rider in VI or Lekki, what you now have to do is, you have to come back empty back to Ajah again to look for another trip going back to Lekki or VI. So that is the strategy, and that is how I do it. So by the time you would have done 2 trips already, you would have made about 7k. Then in the afternoon, so by the time you would have done your second trip, you would be heading to afternoon. So what you can just do is to wait around VI or Lagos Island to now get a trip coming to Ajah. You will surely see somebody who is coming to Ajah back. So that trip will be within 2,000 to 4,000 also, depending on where the person is going to. So if you look at the calculation, you would have been making close to 8,000, 9,000 already with your third trip. So when you get to Ajah again, you look for another trip going to VI or Lekki. So that is how you can be making 10,000 naira daily at least. So if you really want to make 120,000, then you can now set your target limit to 15,000 daily, Monday to Friday. Then still have your 30,000 on Sunday, then 20,000 on Saturday. So it all depends on you and how long are you able to work on both platforms. But the important thing you need to know is that once you start from, the best place to start from is from Ajah. You can also start from Agungi, because Agungi always have Surge, Agungi and Chevron or Sakpa London. If you can start from around there too, it's a good place to also start from. You get your trip to Lekki or VI. So the Surge covers the distance from Ajah going to Lekki. So it is guaranteed you will surely see people who would want to move around in the morning, then in the evening coming back. People who go to work or people coming back to the island, you have to go to Lagos Island or VI. Then you set your destinations back, you will get trips coming back. So that way, if you do it every day, you will meet your target. So don't work without target. Make sure if you work without target, then you are just working anyhow, because remember, both will remove its 20%, even though they are like removing 25% now, because if they remove their 20%, they said that the other 5% they are removing is from the rider's money. So at the end of the day, it's still like 25% they are removing from your money. So if you calculate how much they remove the 25%, then remember you will still buy fuel. If you want to make 15,000 driving on boat, you have to make, that means you use about 3,000 fuel daily. That's for those people driving Corolla, because I use a Corolla car, and Corolla is actually the best car to use driving on boat. But if you don't have a Corolla, it's not bad. Camry is just like, I think, 1,500 more fuel you could buy. Like if Corolla is 3,000 on a Camry, to make 15,000, you could be spending like 4,000 to 4,500. So that is the difference. Now on buying fuel, you buy 3,000 fuel to make 15,000 a day. That is if you work strategically the way I just told you how to do it, and you have to be patient. because you know the ride you are looking for. So you have to be patient. You have to wait till you get the request, then you go and drop them. You drive back to Agungi or Chevron, whichever pays you. But I prefer Ajah, because Ajah is a longer distance and it's easier to actually meet up with the target. The only reason why I would want you to drive on to stay within Agungi or Chevron is if you see that the surge is like really high. If the dark red, if the surge in the app is red, so sometimes it goes from orange to dark red. So once you see dark red, that is showing you 1.8 surge, it's showing you 1.9 surge, 1.7. So if you see that period, then it's good. So even that time, even if you drive within Lekki phase 2, Lekki phase 2 is from Osakpa, London to Chevron. Within those axes, those are Lekki phase 2 sides. So if you can even drive within all those sides, you can still, even if but it's just that you will do longer trips because they are short trips. So instead of doing 3 trips like I said earlier on, that you can make the 15,000, if you are driving within those Agungi and Chevron and Osakpa, London, you have to do like maybe 6 to 7 trips, to be able to now make the 10,000 to 15,000. But it is guaranteed you are going to make it. That's why I always advise that you walk on the island within VI to Ajah. That is where the people who are willing to pay for both services, that is where they are, and they reside there. They even need, sometimes drivers are even always scarce, and that's what causes the surge to go higher. So if you want to drive and make that money, make sure you drive within the island. If you stay on the mainland, just come in early in the morning, do the within Ajah and Lekki or VI in the morning, then you set your destination so that you can go back to the mainland. You will surely get a trip going back to the mainland. All right, so that is how to make 100,000 to 120,000 weekly on both. If you have any questions, please comment below. Let me read through your questions so that I can make another content from your questions. If you enjoy this content, kindly like and share with people. Also, please, if you're a new driver, you can follow me. So kindly subscribe up there so that you get daily content of the journey. I'll put you through on things you should know driving in Lagos as a boat driver, and how you can make much more money. And if you are already an existing driver, kindly subscribe also so that you learn more, and we can also share. You can message, comment below, tell me your difficulties, and also let me hear from you. Thank you very much. I remain MC Dami.